Just stunning, isn't it?
Oh, Doctor, it's so beautiful.
Indeed it is. The Eye of Orion is unique in space and time. And speaking of time, I believe... yes, we're right on schedule.
On schedule for what?
Why, for that. Look, up there.
A meteor shower! Oh my goodness! Wow! Doctor, look at that one!
Yes, absolutely glorious, isn't it? We're passing through the Tanalka asteroid field at this very moment. You don't get a show like this on Earth, do you?
That was amazing!
They make fireworks seem a bit dull, don't they?
Yes, and they were so close, too.
Oh, believe me, Robbie, they get much, much closer. But that is an experience I'm not sure you'd appreciate.
No, I think I might appreciate it.
Well, actually, I was going to use the word survive. It's not the safest way to spend an evening, you know. It would be highly irresponsible of me to put you in that sort of danger.
But you would still do it, wouldn't you? Sometimes I get the feeling you think of me as a child, Doctor.
And sometimes, Robbie, I get the feeling you think of yourself as an adult.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, no need to be like that. It's all merely an idiosyncrasy of a Time Lord's perspective, nothing more. Oh, all right, forgive me. In no way do I mean to belittle you. You have to understand that when you've lived for almost 2 millennia, it tends to color your perspective a bit.
I can't look after myself, you know.
That you can, Robbie. And to demonstrate my utmost confidence, I already have some place in mind. The ferocious Mintuckin jungle.
Ferocious jungle?
Why, yes, positively savage. Makes the Amazon look like an unruly carpet populated by fluffy bunnies. Ah, indeed, you haven't lived until you've been chased through thick jungle by a hook-toothed boulder crusher.
A boulder crusher?
Yes, amazing creatures. Monstrous quadrupeds that crush huge boulders and swallow the rubble. Helps with their digestion, apparently. The stars know they'll eat anything.
You're just having me on, aren't you?
Just a bit. But I actually do know of a place full of interesting creatures. And it's on, or above, Earth, too. A little after your time. 2900, to be exact.
2900? I can't even imagine.
A truly marvelous era of human history. A golden age, peaceful and politically very stable. Quite unusual for your race.
Why doesn't that last bit surprise me?
Yes. Well, that would be one of the reasons Marquep's Flora and Fauna of the Universe lists Earth as interesting. Anyway, space-based industry is flourishing, with the emphasis on exploration. Humanity is just beginning to reach out and touch the wonders of the universe, and in some cases bring them back.
Bring what back?
Aha! I knew that would get your attention. But first, our destination. It resides within a space station in Earth orbit that is called the Sanctuary.
The Sanctuary?
But this is no ordinary space station. Entirely aside from the fact that it is the size of a small asteroid, the Sanctuary plays host to one of the most unique collections of exotic life forms ever assembled.
So the Sanctuary, it's a zoo?
No, nothing so barbaric or primitive. The Sanctuary was established to provide a safe haven for the endangered species of la Voie lactée. The galaxy is littered with all manner of planets and myriad forms of life, Robbie. Many of those planets have reached the end of their time. They are dying. And if the species upon those dying planets are not sufficiently advanced, then those species would go extinct.
A kind of animal shelter, then?
Well, yes, I suppose you could call it that. Of course, the phrase is a gross oversimplification. In fact, it would probably take a few days' worth of conversation to convey a sense of just how much of an oversimplification it is.
Okay, Doctor, I get the picture. It's far beyond anything I can imagine, like most things you bring up.
If I only had a picture to give you. But then, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, the experience is worth a lifetime of chatter. What of it, Robbie? Shall we pay a visit?
That sounds like a good idea.
Perfect!
Are we there yet?
No, we're here.
Cute.
What can I say? I enjoy being precise. Now let's have a look around outside. Ladies first.
Sometimes I wonder if you do that just in case there's some kind of hungry monster waiting outside.
If there is, you just tell them that dinner is at 5. Most monsters have manners, you know, even humans.
Well, if I get eaten alive, it's your fault.
Don't worry yourself, Robbie. Outside should be a spectacular... Oh.
Very spectacular, Doctor.
Seems to be a storage room of some kind. From the looks of all this machinery, probably on the maintenance level. I must have gotten confused when I entered the coordinates. It has been a few centuries since I last paid a visit.
Are you telling me that hundreds of years into the future, humans still just throw their junk into the closet?
Yes, well, I don't remember there being all this clutter. I wonder where we are.
It was a golden age, you said.
It is a golden age.
Sounds a bit too hollow if you ask me.
Very funny. Besides, that machine is probably over 100 years old. Anyway, I think there should be a door over there, at the far wall. Come along then.
Coming, Doctor.
And around here there ought to be a lift that can take us to the mezzanine level of the display chamber.
You said that 5 minutes ago.
Yes, but this time I'm sure.
No matter where you go in the universe, men never ask for directions.
Aha! This seems to be what we're looking for.
There are no buttons.
Buttons would be anachronistic for this era, but as I'm sure you've noticed, I've always been a bit old-fashioned myself.
You mean there was a time when you were in fashion?
Time is my fashion. And just what are you getting at, young lady? Ah, we're almost there. The lift is slowing.
So far, the sanctuary hasn't lived up to...
Your expectations?
It's enormous!
It is that. Home to species from almost 100 worlds.
What are those things? And look! There are flying ones! And that window!
The flying ones are ornithropids, and yes, I believe that window has held the largest ever record for the last 50 years or so. Quite a view, that one. Unless you go space diving one day, you'll never see your Earth in a better light.
What are the blue creatures? They move so fast.
I don't recall the scientific name, but you'll find everyone here refers to them as the Fleet Feet. Ruthlessly efficient predators, actually.
Then why aren't they attacking the other creatures?
All the inhabitants are implanted with a microchip that suppresses their aggressive instincts. I don't normally approve of such controls. However, the alternative would need to be separate, smaller enclosures, so perhaps this is the most happy medium under the circumstances.
What are those buildings for?
Those? Well, there are some separate enclosures. Those are for creatures which are unable to adapt to the primary environment here. Surprisingly, most life forms do just fine in an Earth-like atmosphere. How interesting. Those green shambling creatures there seem to be a new addition. I've never seen them before. I wonder where they're from. Oh, and it looks like they have scythopods too. Remarkable.
Which ones are the scythopods?
They're the red-skinned creatures over there by the leftmost enclosure. It's not inaccurate to think of them as land-dwelling octopi, although scythopods are plant-eaters and quite docile.
Why are they remarkable then?
Oh, it's not the creatures themselves, but rather that it's a surprise to see them here. The scythopod's home planet orbits a star very far from your sun. I hadn't realized the humans had explored that part of the galaxy in this era.
What was that?
It came from over there. It's a scythopod.
Why is it out of its cage? They don't let those things roam around, do they?
No, of course not.
Poor thing. It looks hungry.
It does?
Well, for a squishy tentacle thing, I guess that's hunger.
You may be right. No telling how long it's been out of its enclosure.
Come here, little thing. How cute! Oh, so slimy.
Here, put him in this box.
Doctor, you can't stuff him in that tiny thing.
It's a field specimen kit. It expands to the size you'll need. See?
It doesn't have any air holes. How will it breathe?
The surface is lined with tiny holes no more than a micron wide. Allows the air to pass through while keeping any living organism safe inside. Also comes with the ability to close the holes in case you're transporting liquid gas or anything like that. Quite versatile.
You must have been giddy with excitement when you found that.
I bought 6.
In you go, Ruxpin.
Ruxpin?
It looks like a Ruxpin.
I bet you named all your stuffed animals, too.
I did.
So did I.
We have to find a curator or someone to give Ruxpin to.
Strange we haven't come across anyone yet. Usually the place is very touristy.
Maybe we came during the off-season.
Dead end.
Guess we have to go back.
This wasn't closed the last time I was here.
Well, they must have shut that section off for a reason.
Let's find out.
Doctor, I'm going to take your little toy away if you don't behave. They obviously don't want us in there.
Which is exactly why I want to go. Coming?
What happened here?
The glass has been broken.
Someone let the animals out?
The glass was broken from the inside. The animals did it themselves.
Now we know why there's no one around. They must have closed the sanctuary.
Very probably.
We shouldn't be here then. What if some of them are still around?
This isn't any ordinary glass, Robbie. It's a polymixture of several elements. Not impenetrable, but it would take an enormous amount of strength to break it.
All the better reason not to be around something that can do that.
Creatures' pain receptors would have to be shut off for him to have that kind of strength.
Why would the sanctuary do that?
They don't.
There's blood over here!
Not from one animal either. It's the result of a fight.
I thought you said they had their aggressiveness suppressed.
They do, or they did. I wonder what went wrong.
All the cages are broken open. Every single panel is busted out.
You're right. One could be attributed to an accident, two a coincidence, but all of them?
Something's gone wrong here.
Very wrong. An entire wing of animals break out of their enclosures? Very wrong.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
Good heavens, man, don't you know it's bad manners to sneak up on people like that?
And it is bad manners to be where you're not allowed. Where did you come from?
The storage closet?
He means...
I don't really care where he means. Just clear off, and be quick about it.
Why, what happened to this place?
Nothing we can't handle. Now, please.
That usually means it's something you can't handle.
We've had some minor problems with the biologicals containment system. That's all.
Minor?
If you're with the press...
We're not. Look, we just came here to see the exhibits. The doctor said part of your mission was to save endangered species. I think that's very noble.
I'm sorry if I came across a bit... It's just been very difficult the last week.
I can imagine.
I'm Jerome Caldehay. I'm one of the sanctuary's creature keepers.
Ah yes, creepers for short, isn't it?
I see you've been here before.
Creature keeper. So what do creeps do here?
Creepers, ma'am. Normally we each follow our own passion. My area of study is the interspecies dependency between known adversaries. Unfortunately, I've been spending most of the last week rounding up biologicals that have escaped their enclosures.
I had understood the sanctuary was very secure.
So did we.
Are you all right?
Just a bit of a headache.
Maybe you should sit down.
They have us working non-stop. We need to get control of this place back.
We can help.
Thank you, but we have all the manpower we need.
Do you have any idea why the animals have become aggressive all of a sudden?
No, Well, I can't really talk about it. Our public relations department handles all inquiries about the sanctuary.
Oh, come on, Jerome. We're all good friends here.
We started noticing some unusual behavior a short while ago. Biologicals off their feed, normally social animals becoming more territorial. That usually happens when we incorporate new biologicals into the ecosystem. It calms itself down after a few days.
But not this time.
No. I'll be right there!
Excuse me?
I thought I heard someone call me.
I didn't hear anything.
This place. It gets to you sometimes.
You mentioned the new biologicals.
The journeyman returned from an expedition and brought us several new specimens. It was only a short while later that we began having trouble.
A remarkable coincidence.
We're not that naive. We just don't know why. None of the biologicals they brought back were aggressive. That leaves only one other possibility. Someone is deliberately sabotaging the sanctuary.
Why?
This place is filled with endangered and near-extinct species from all over the quadrant. There are quite a lot of people who would like to own such rare and one-of-a-kind trophies.
And here I thought the future would be better than my own time.
Times and eons change, my dear, but humans will always remain stubbornly human.
Well, not this human. Give him Ruxpin, Doctor.
Who?
We found one of your scythopods on the loose. Here.
Ah, those little things are all over the place. Is this a joke?
Where did it go?
How strange.
He was there, I swear it.
I'd better take you back to your ship. This is still an unauthorized area. Don't want you getting into trouble.
What about Ruxpin?
I'll find him. That's what I've been doing all week. Put one away, 5 more escape. I said I'm coming! I'm sorry. I can have one of the sentries escort you back to the space dock if you like. Might be a bit safer.
No, that's quite all right. We can manage.
If you insist. Please come back when things are more normal.
Of course.
Interesting fellow.
Seems a bit annoyed at the whole thing.
He typifies the academics of his time. Anything outside their expectations is rejected. Much rather like the academics of your own time, Robbie.
What about passion for knowledge?
It's a dry passion that feeds only upon the confirmation of their belief. There's no spontaneity, no wholesale change of scenery or immersion in the unknown. The unknown, with its incalculable risks and rewards, now that's the stuff that inspires passion.
I should have guessed. If you don't save the world before tea time, it's not worth remembering, is it?
If I fail to save the world, there won't be a tea time to remember.
My, aren't we full of ourselves sometimes?
And I happen to like my tea very much, so I don't have much of a choice, really.
What was that?
That, I believe, was the war cry of a Ragnodon.
Look, Doctor! Down there! What did you call them? Fleet feet. They're attacking that huge scaly thing.
That's the Ragnodon, and I'm afraid you're right. They are fighting. I'm afraid this won't be pretty.
Oh my word! I've never seen anything like it! That's...
Inhuman?
I suppose you're going to say it's just nature.
I would, except my understanding is that those two creatures are not natural enemies. Very odd indeed.
Darn it, it looks like I missed all the action.
Excuse me?
It's a journalist's curse that we're never there when the accident happens.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm sure the sanctuary cameras documented the entire incident.
Of course they did, but it won't help me one bit. The sanctuary never releases footage of any incidents. I saw you talking to one of the creepers. Did he say anything about the break?
He was not terribly forthcoming about the exhibits breaking out of their cages.
Not that. The sanctuary break. You didn't ask him anything? What kind of reporters are you?
We're not with the press.
You're not? Then what are you doing here?
What do you mean, sanctuary break?
How could you have missed that? 2 days ago, creatures from the sanctuary showed up planetside.
Creatures from here? How on earth did they get past security?
No one knows.
Scythopods, perhaps?
Yes, mostly them.
They seem to be little escape artists, capable of squeezing through even the smallest hole. It would explain how Ruxpin got out of my field specimen container.
Excuse me. Valerie Shannon? No, I've been working on this stupid follow-up. I haven't been watching the monitors. Why? I'll get back to you. There's a holoprojector up there. Can you reach it and turn it on?
What's going on?
It's a riot! He was serious! But we haven't had any riots in decades. That reporter, I know him. That's Richard, one of our best news tellers.
Why can we hear the background video but not him?
His audio feed must have a fault. They must have set it up in a real hurry. They'll get it working.
That's a most unusual riot. It should be disorganized, haphazard, not moving around in a coordinated group like that.
And they seem unable to be stopped. It's as though the whole world has gone mad. Millions are rioting in every city on the planet. The Federation's military chief was preparing an order for martial law, but as you can see in this video clip, he has joined the rioters. Speaking now is Acting Field Marshal Stevens.
Virtually, the entire military body has abandoned their posts. People are flooding the streets, destroying infrastructure and killing indiscriminately. I'm in the middle of a broadcast, not now!
Who are you talking to, Marshal?
Who? I thought I heard someone. Anyway, the public is urged to remain indoors. We will rendezvous with our remaining forces and... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid it's every man for himself.
No! What's happening down there?
There are reports that the violence has reached the inner satellite ring. It's scarcely comprehensible. I can't even believe I'm saying this. But in the space of a single day, civilization on planet Earth has brought itself to the brink of self-destruction. Leave me alone!
Sir? Are you alright?
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
This can't be happening. It's impossible. I was planetside only yesterday morning. What could have happened in one day?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Please tell me it is. Doctor, what is going on?
This is all wrong. There were no civil wars in this era. It was a time of peace. What could possibly have caused this?
Oh, my head.
Jerome, where did you come from?
Why does it echo?
It's just like the field marshal.
Wait, Jerome, where are you going?
Leave him be, Robbie. I don't think we can help him. He's beyond hearing us.
Who is he talking to?
I don't know.
This can't be real. It can't be.
Valerie, listen to me. I need you to answer my questions.
Why? Why does it matter?
Valerie, I can help stop this. You must believe me. I can stop this, but I need you to tell me what you know.
I don't know anything. I don't understand why it's happening. What do you mean, stop it? How could you stop it?
Have there been any widespread, unusual events in the past few days? Any strange phenomena or abnormal behavior by groups of people? Is there nothing that stands out?
No. No, I can't think of anything.
Are you sure, Valerie? Anything at all out of the ordinary?
Well, a few reporters called in sick yesterday. More than usual.
Sick? Sick how?
I don't know. Just sick.
Maybe it's a disease. Or a drug. Something in the food or water supply. Something that's made everyone go mad.
No, not a disease or a drug. What you propose is perfectly possible, but those rioters were not insane, they were coordinated. If it were madness, the destruction would be random.
What else could it be then?
I suspect some kind of mass telepathic outside influence, something alien.
What about the creatures from the sanctuary break?
I had already thought of that, but no. None of those creatures possess the intelligence necessary to accomplish anything like this. That does give me an idea, though.
What are you thinking of?
None of the creatures from the sanctuary are intelligent enough, but perhaps something they carried with them?
Like some kind of parasite? Or maybe something deliberately planted?
We have to be open to any possibility.
No. Impossible. All animals are screened before they're offloaded onto the sanctuary. We can't take chances with interstellar diseases we might have no immunity to.
Any possibility, Valerie. Now tell me, I understand the Journeyman was the last ship to arrive with new specimens for the sanctuary.
They came back from the Starry system.
This cannot be a coincidence. Scythopods are a docile, harmless species, but the Starry system is home to many other species, some of them very powerful and frightening indeed.
So, do you think it was some kind of hitchhiking alien?
Yes, Robbie. I believe that the ship which brought back the Scythopods may have unwittingly brought back another creature, one of great intelligence and immense telepathic power. But we must find out exactly what this creature is. How long ago did the expedition arrive back?
The Journeyman came back a few days ago.
And when did they arrive in the Starry system? Do you know?
That would have been last year. Sometime in July, I think.
Right. Robbie, come with me.
Where are you going?
Valerie, go to the cafeteria here, collect enough rations for a few days or weeks, then lock yourself away in one of these rooms. Let no one and nothing in until this is over. I shall try and return as soon as possible.
What? And what are you gonna do?
What I usually do, Miss Shannon. Make it up as I go along.
But...
Stay in your room and stay safe.
Do you really think you can stop this, Doctor?
I don't know, Robbie. It may be that the damage already done is too great, but we must at least try.
How?
We travel back to July of last year, 2899, to the Star Sea system and the home of the Scythopods. There, I hope to find the answers that will be the salvation of human civilization.
What is that thing?
Never mind what, run!
Scans show a big herd over the hill. We'll take him there.
You sure it's the Scythopods?
I think... Watch out!
The ground's breaking open!
What's with this echo?
Too late! He shot himself!
What have you done? This could create a time paradox.